Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's your boy Tawam Mahu again from Naisha Academy. So today we'll be focusing on grade 10 mathematics, guys, which is paper 1, question 1 only for today. So the question we have is like, factorize the following expressions fully. We have 3 expressions, which is 1.1.1, 1.1.2, 1.1.3. So I'm focusing on the previous question papers, guys, because I'm aware you're about to write your June exams. So this question paper is from 2018. You can go and search the previous question papers. So the one I'm doing now is from 2018. So it's question 1 only for today. So it says factorize the following expressions fully. 1.1.1, we have 4x minus x cubed. So we'll be working on our problems on this side. So we have 1.1.1 says 4x minus x cubed. So by now, guys, you should have been learning factorization, simplification, solve for x, and maybe completed almost all the topics that you are going to write your June exams about. So how do we go about this one? This one is an expression, guys. So it says we factorize this one. So by factorizing this one, we look for common factors before. So we have 4x minus x cubed. So the common factor between the two terms is what? Is x. So you'll have x as our common factor. Then we open the bracket. X is only the common factor that we get between the two terms, which is our x. So what's left between the two is x, it's 4, and then minus, we took 1x from this term, then we'll be left with x squared. So we have x into 4 minus x squared. But this does not end here, guys, because we have difference of 2 squares. 4 is a perfect square, x squared is by itself is a perfect square. So we have to simplify this even further by factorizing it. So we have x, then we open 2 brackets. 2 brackets, and then we close the bigger one. We have 4. Sorry, guys. We have 4 minus x squared. So we want common factors of 4 and x squared because we're having difference of 2 squares. Then if you factorize this one, we have 2 here and 2 here. Then for x squared, we'll have x here and then x here. So the sign will be minus here and positive here. So this is how you factorize this 1.1.1 question from 2018 past paper, guys. So this is your answer, x into 2 minus x into 2 plus x. This is how you factorize it. So 1.1.2 says factorize x squared plus 15x minus 54. You have to factorize it, guys. So we have 1.1.2, it says x squared plus 15x minus 54. Now, how do you approach this kind of question, guys? If they want you to factorize this expression like this one, you have to consider all the factors of 54 that makes 54, all the multiplication of number that leads you to 54, guys. And when you add them, those numbers, they must give you 54. They must give you, 15, but when you multiply them, they must give you a negative 54. So you have to consider all the factors that give you 54. So we have what? Factors of 54, let's say, that makes 15. Next, we have 18 times 3, it gives you 54. This is a perfect one, guys. We'll be using 18 multiplied by 3, that gives you 54. Those are factors of 54. So we open 2 brackets because we are factorizing, guys. It's 2 brackets. Then we have x here, x here. Then we want the factors of 54 that when you add them, they give you 15. But when you multiply them, they give you minus 54. So we have what? 18 and 3. Because when you add 18 and 3, be it one of the two numbers must be negative, but we will consider the positive number should be the bigger one, because we have 15 as a positive number. So the 18 will take the positive number, because the middle term has positive 15, guys. So the 3 will have a negative number. It will be what? 18 minus 3 will give you what? 15. But 18 multiplied by minus 3 will give you minus 54, which is this one, guys. So our factors are what? It's 18 and 3. But we know that 18 should be positive and the 3 should be negative, because when you add them, they should give you 15, but when you multiply them, should give you minus 54. This is how you factorize this question, guys. This is 1.1.2 from 2018, guys. Previous question paper 1 mathematics. So, and then what do we have now? Oh, 1.1.3 says y minus xy plus x minus y. This kind of question, guys, they call it factorization by grouping. You've done this, guys, by the start of the term. You did this kind of question, guys. How do you approach this one? Okay, first thing you should realize, we have y minus xy plus x minus y. So you take these ones first, you factorize them, and then you compare the relation from this one to this one. What do I mean by that? Sorry. How do you approach this one? You first look at this, the first two terms, because there are 4 terms, and you factorize this kind of question by grouping it first. We have y minus xy. So from these two terms, you take a common factor between the two. We have y minus xy. So the common variable between the two terms is what? Y. We take y and we open the bracket. We removed y, which is this one. What's left here is 1. Then we took y from this term minus, we took y, what's left here is what? It's x. Then we drop this one like it is, x minus 1. But this does not end here, guys. We took a common factor between the two terms here, because we have 4 terms. And then the common factor between the two terms is y. Then we factorize it. We got this expression here. But we simplify it even further, guys. What do we do from here? We have y into 1 minus x. We want to change this one to be exactly like this one. What do we do here? We introduce a different sign apart from this one. We say minus into. A negative, when you multiply it by a positive, should give you a negative. A negative multiplied by a negative should give you a positive. So this negative will affect these two terms. What do I mean by that? Negative multiplied by a negative should give you a positive x. A negative multiplied by a positive should give you a minus 1. So what do we have here is minus, we have what? 1 here. Then a negative multiplied by a negative should give you a positive x. So this will be a negative x. If you try to simplify it by factorizing to get to this stage, it will be minus 1 multiplied by positive 1. It gives you this minus 1. Negative 1 multiplied by negative x, it gives you this positive. So this is where, okay, let me try and simplify it even further, because you will not leave it here. We have y into 1 minus x into 1 into 1 minus x. So between the two terms now, we have 2 terms. From 4 terms, we have 2 terms now. We have y into y minus x into 1 minus x. So we collect the 2 terms here. The common factor between the 2 terms is what? Is 1 minus x into y minus, if you remove this and put it here, what's left here is only 1. You'll be left with 1. This is your answer. 1, or the bracket of 1 minus x into y minus 1. This is by your answer for 1.1.3. So we are done with factorization, guys. So we come to 1.2, which is simplify the following expressions. So I will remove this working here. Okay, what do we have? We have this 1.1, 1.2.1. It's x plus 2 into x squared minus x plus 3. So they say simplify the following expressions fully. Now we have the following expressions like this one as it is, so we try to what? Simplify it. What can you do from here? The procedure goes like this, guys. You take the x, you multiply it by x squared, the very same x you multiply it by minus x, the very same x you multiply it by the positive 3. Also with the positive 2 you multiply it by x squared, multiply it by minus x, and then multiply it by the 3 again. So your answer will go like this one. X into x squared is what? X cubed. X into minus x is minus x squared. X into positive 3 is what? Positive 3x. Positive 2 into x squared is positive 2x squared. 2 into minus x is minus 2x. 2 into positive 3 is positive 6. Then from here you just collect the like terms. So we have the highest exponent that we have here is the x cubed. So we have x squared here, we have x squared here, we have x here, we have x here. So this one does not have any common factors that we will collect it with. It's x cubed, we drop it like this. Then minus x plus 2x is x squared. 3x minus 2x is x. Then there are no other numbers apart from the positive 6. Then you drop it like this. Then this is your final answer. This one is simple, guys. It's just simplification. So